hopefully we are live. Alright, it does say that we are live. Alright, so here we have multiple tornado warned storms here. We just lost the tornado warning on this southern storm here. Looks like we can go to base velocity here, super res. We don't see much there. This is probably the main concern here, this storm. This storm did have a confirmed tornado, I believe. This is a PDS tornado near Calhoun City, Derma, northeast of Slate Springs. We're looking at a really strong signature here. Let's go ahead and look at the correlation coefficient. That thing definitely had a tornado on the ground. Okay, looks like there may not be a tornado on the ground anymore. We should still treat this as a tornado on the ground. Here. Nothing extremely strong with that one either. This one still has some slight rotation in it. It's really hard to see with this radar here. This radar is not giving us the best image. We can look at the reflectivity. Storm's does not look. It is still a confirmed tornado. We do have a radar confirmed tornado here. Let's see if we have super res correlation. Nothing extremely viewable here. But we are still waiting to see how these northern cells are doing. They do have a confirmed damaging tornado on that storm, though. Now we have still 3 storms here that are looking good. We do have a spotter network report of a multi-vortex tornado that was at 8:44, so that's almost an hour ago now. Rotation 8:18, so that was an hour ago. More than an hour ago. So those reports don't help us a ton. We still have rotation here. Looks like rotation weakened, then strengthened back, and now has weakened again. Let's go ahead and check out up here. Whew. Some of these strong QLCS. Now, one issue with these is you will get sometimes like spin up rotations that occur on the fronts of these lines in here. But more or less the main threat from these storms up here will simply just be the wind speeds. Turn this off. Like in here. Whoops. 70 mile per hour wind gusts, 70 mile per hour wind gusts, 60. So, yeah, you'll see near tornado force winds in some of these areas in the line here. Nope, give me this. Yeah, so they're all at least 60 mile an hour wind gusts. So significant storms here. My apologies, my allergies are a little rough. So we do still have a very strong signature of rotation here. Now, for you guys who don't know, the red is wind moving this direction, green is wind moving this direction. And whenever you have a very tight area of wind moving this direction, that is a recipe to have a tornado. Let's go ahead and take a look at the correlation coefficient again. Oh yeah, that is a tornado on the ground. I can almost guarantee it. What was I looking for here? Oh gosh. Let's just look at reflectivity again. Okay. So we're at Calhoun City, Derma, right at this intersection here, heading, let's see the exact direction here. Okay, so it's kind of just north, heading directly along this line here. This line is pretty accurate. Towards New Holka. This is a confirmed tornado, or should be a confirmed tornado. Let's take a look at the warning. They say radar indicated. To me, this is a confirmed tornado. We had the initial debris ball that dissipated. Now we have a new debris signature right here. We saw it materialize slightly, and now it is down on the ground. To me, that is a confirmed tornado. We still just have radar indicated rotation on this southern one. The radar here it's incredibly hard to tell. This radar is almost useless to us from there. This storm is the concern, though. This storm for sure is the concern. Look at correlation coefficient. It looks like this thing definitely has a debris signature on it. It has very tight rotation. When you have rotation that is this close to each other, that is this tight of a spiral, you usually have a tornado that gets put on the ground. Right here near Calhoun City and Derma here. And my apologies. My allergies are really kicking my butt right now. There it is. Damaging tornado. They just put it out there. Looks like it may already be dissipating again. Oh, whoops. Correlation coefficient. We still have debris signature on correlation coefficient. Velocity still reveals broader and weaker rotation, but we still do have rotation here. Do still have a tornado warning on this storm. No tornado warnings up here yet. Let's see what the spotter network has to say. Hail, other, pole leaning with a line, 1-inch hail. Alright, but we do have a radar confirmed tornado here. Confirmed tornado. This is a PDS. Tornado warning. Particularly dangerous situation. Confirmed large and dangerous tornado was located over Derma. This is heading straight up towards New Holka. We can go back down here to see the correlation coefficient. That right here, this is a tornado. This is what it looks like on radar. This is the best way to find it. The correlation coefficient, if the tornado does have damage. If you do have a tornado with damage, such as this situation, you can see it on radar using the correlation coefficient. So this is for sure on the ground. For sure on the ground. Take a look back at velocity here. Luckily, this is the only thing we can positively say right now, is that the rotation is weakening, and hopefully this storm can weaken and no longer have a tornado on it. But we've seen this storm cycle 2 or 3 times now. Reflectivity doesn't give us anything extremely special, but that's usually pretty common. We can go back to the correlation coefficient here. See, the debris is still there. Let's go ahead and play it back. Yep, debris is still there right here, just north of Derma. If you know anybody here near the Calhoun City, Derma area, down here in Mississippi, these storms are going to be pushing off towards Tupelo, Mississippi, Verona, Plantersville, Mantachie, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Saltillo. All these storms are going to be pushing off in this direction, and there is significant proof that these storms are constantly recycling. It looks like we have significantly weakened now. Hopefully we no longer have a tornado on this storm. You can see this is probably near pretty peak strength of the tornado. When you have this tight of a rotation, it's when the tornado is really cranking at full speed. We still have tornado here, confirmed tornado on this storm. We're struggling to see it with this radar here. However, the National Weather Service, they say confirmed tornado. Not PDS, but still confirmed tornado near. Let's figure this out. Man, this is incredibly hard to tell with this storm. Probably near Euphoria, heading up towards Manti. It'll be north of Mathiston, north of Mabin. We can head back down here, see if we get anything off of this radar. This radar is... We do see a little bit of rotation here, maybe. Maybe we do see a little bit of rotation here. This red is wind moving away, but not as fast. And then this is wind moving much faster here. It's not significant. And again, I don't think, we do not have a confirmed tornado on this storm. But the two storms up here, Eupora and north of Calhoun City, north of Derma. Both of these storms have confirmed tornadoes on them. We can see here, this is a particularly dangerous situation here near Derma, heading up towards New Holka, probably going to actually go north of New Holka now, as this seems to be pushing off much farther north than I really would have thought it would. Again, the rotation has weakened significantly on this storm, and that is a great thing. However, you still have to watch it like a hawk. These storms for the last hour have been recycling. Basically what happens is the storm will get intense, drop down a tornado for a short period of time, and that tornado and the wall cloud and everything, that part of the storm will die off, and it'll recycle a new one in. And that new one will die off. Then a new one will push in, and a new one. And that's how these cyclical supercells work. Cyclical supercells. So you think cyclic, it sounds like cycle. They recycle over and over. Let's go back here. Let's look at super res reflectivity. We can kind of see this storm and this storm now are kind of just combining together. Maybe this storm is actually choking out this storm from the south. This storm might become the more dominant one. Now, okay, we no longer have a confirmed tornado here near Eupora. On radar, this storm looks very unorganized. It doesn't look well structured. This storm is much more the concern for me. This storm has good structure. It has history of producing tornadoes. It just produced a tornado, and I assume that the PDS will probably get taken off of this pretty soon as we look on the correlation coefficient. So that's when it produced the tornado. Now it's kind of scattered. This is less of a tornado signature. So let's go ahead and stick on velocity here. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way, all of you that are. I really appreciate it. Pardon me that my allergies are so bad. I take allergy medicine religiously, and it's just really bad for me. So if I have to take a moment to pause, I hope you guys will pardon me for that. As we no longer have the tornado warning on the storm down here in Eupora. Looks like maybe this storm is dying out, and this storm near Pickens may be building up some steam. We do seem to have a little of an appendage here, maybe some inflow flowing in. Can we see anything on velocity? Oh, yeah, we do. We do see a little bit on velocity. This storm may get a tornado warning here. We have high winds moving away here, very weak winds, but still some winds moving this way, and some winds moving sort of this direction. So that creates the counterclockwise rotation that you require for these storms. And it's kind of cool that we can kind of see that shape on reflectivity. Although this storm is very small, you still see that shape, that kind of like you draw the top of an S, or if you started to draw a 5, right? Like, see, this is the S. You cut off the lower half of it, and you get this shape here. We see that really well with this storm near Pickens. This is one to watch out for, as this may go tornado warn any minute. If you live near Pickens, anywhere northeast of Pickens or directly east of Pickens, consider moving to your shelters very soon, because this storm shows slight rotation. It's very broad rotation. We do have a little bit of rotation still surviving here near this storm. I don't know how this storm is still kicking, but it is. Now we have this storm with the little cell down here that's maybe just getting absorbed into it, and we do have a bit stronger of a reflectivity signature now. It faded away, but now seems like it might be recycling. If this thing gets a little bit stronger again, it may produce another confirmed tornado. We do have a particularly dangerous situation still on this storm. Let's go ahead and take a look at the correlation coefficient. So nothing indicative as of yet, but this storm looks like it will be gaining some strength. We are still heading towards New Holka. New Holka, you are under the gun right now. We do have Tupelo in the eventual future. Tupelo, you are much farther out. You are still probably a good hour at least away from this thing. However, this thing has been recycling over and over and over again and has produced damaging tornadoes. A trained weather spotter has reported damage in Calhoun City, so we do have confirmed damage. Let's go ahead and hop over to Twitter here. We're going to go ahead and check out. Wow, we have some strong Strong tornado coming in the southeast side of Yazoo City, Mississippi. That was... There we go. We do have some more directional change here in the wind speeds. It's still not extremely strong, but this should be considered a tornado right now. You should consider this a tornado. It's kind of in the central part of the storm. This would be rain wrapped, very rain wrapped right here. Again, almost directly north of Vardaman, heading towards New Holka. New Holka, you are very much under the gun. This thing has produced particularly dangerous situational warnings, and this is serious. Now, I don't know how the storms down here are faring. We do still have that slight rotation on this storm here. Velocity is at 947. We're at 948 here. So you can see that appendage there. This storm may try to do something a little bit interesting. Okay, so... if you guys are able to hear me okay and able to see the stream okay, please let me know in chat. This is only my second time doing a stream on here, and I would really appreciate it if we could get some confirmation that should be useful. All right, let's go ahead and look at... we're going to go ahead and look for tornadoes in Mississippi. Latest. No, that was back in March. Why am I not getting any of the latest information? Okay. I don't know why we're not able to get any of the latest info on that, but I believe we still have a PDS tornado here. Velocity, we do still have a bit of this signature here. 1 second to respond to this. So again, if you guys know anybody near the New Holka area and even up towards Tupelo, areas like that, you have to watch. You have to be very careful here because this storm is just not quitting, and it is heading in your direction. And I mean, you still have these storms that are spawning in and around this general area as well. Huh, man. Alright, while we wait for an update, we're going to go ahead and hop back over Twitter. Wow. So we're going to go ahead and hop over here on Twitter real quick. Here's an image of the Yazoo City tornado. The beginning stages of the Yazoo City tornado here. You can see multi-vortex rotating around here. This was about an hour to 2 hours ago here near Yazoo City. Wow. A very broad area of rotation as well. You can see trying to touch there. Oh, one touchdown here. It's a very large and wide area of rotation that's just not condensed in one area. Let's head back up here. I don't know why we are unable to get anything for Mississippi. But we are not. Still a PDS on this storm. Particularly dangerous situation. This storm needs to be taken very seriously. I know I keep beating a dead horse with this, but this storm has recycled over and over, and we can see we are back to relatively significant rotation. Looks like the southern end of this other storm is kind of absorbing another storm, so that might inhibit things for just a moment, but I don't see it really slowing this storm down. This storm has proven to be just a beast, really. And pardon me for one moment while I move this out of the way. I apologize for that. I just have not eaten. Storm here still wants to look interesting. Even though it's tiny on the radar. You might be able to see where you have winds moving this direction and this direction here. But it looks more like a broader... much broader area. Be nice for us to get a new update here. Huh. That's definitely very interesting. What's this over here? Huh. That's an odd little area there to be mindful of. Can look a little farther up inside the storm here. Did we finally get an update? No, we still have not. Man, we are 7 minutes behind on this velocity data. This is frustrating. We need updated velocity. No, it would be crucial right now. For those of you who are in the stream and sticking around, I appreciate you very much. And I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Wow. Oh, our tornado warning down here is gone. I still have no updates on reflectivity, which is frustrating to say the least. We still have no updates. Come on. Do I have updates on my phone? Nope. Still 9:52. Needless to say, this is very frustrating. Do we still have a PDS? We do not. So this is just radar indicated rotation right now. Nothing confirmed. Seems like we still have this massive line moving through here. 60 mile an hour, 70 mile an hour wind gusts. Yep. This storm is still holding together, heading directly towards New Holka. We finally have an update. We do see there's still rotation here. It's 9:59. We're looking at 9:59. So we're looking at this in 100% real time right now together. Directly right here. So chances are you may not be able to see this tornado or rotation. I guess it's not a confirmed tornado. We don't have anything on correlation coefficient. So right now it is just rotation. But it is definitely embedded in this area of rain. If there was a tornado here, you would not be able to see it. Heading directly towards New Holka. If you know anybody in the New Holka region, please let them know. Maybe you may know somebody here who does not have access to cable, satellite, any of those things, but they may have internet. So please share this with anybody. If you know anybody near the New Holka, people near the Tupelo, Plantersville, Verona, anybody in this general region, this storm is going to be pushing up that direction. And this storm, although it may not have a confirmed tornado on the ground, has produced not just one, but multiple confirmed damaging tornadoes. This one storm. So this storm has proof and has consistently put down multiple tornadoes. It looks like it is probably weakening, maybe fighting some outflow here. Looks like that may be what's happening. Maybe it's fighting with this southern end that it just absorbed, but either way, this storm should still be taken seriously. There's a really high chance that that this storm could put down a tornado once again. And if you live near the New Holka, Tupelo, Mississippi area, we can zoom out and kind of get an idea. Here's the border here. You can see there's Birmingham, Alabama, Huntsville. Then we have Tennessee here. Move up to Kentucky here. So just to give you a lay of the land, if you live in any of the surrounding areas around here. Again, this heading just north of New Holka. Gonna cross just north of New Holka. Let me see. Heading again directly towards Tupelo. This will probably have more of a northward trajectory. Probably north of Tupelo. Probably between Saltillo or Saltillo and Tupelo. Probably in between here. This thing. Let's see if we got an update on the correlation. Nothing. So that's a very good sign. It's a very good sign that this thing is not producing confirmed damage. Just broad rotation capable of dropping a tornado, at least for some period of time. And pardon me that I am eating a couple strawberries. I'm very hungry right now. Let's go ahead and take a look down here. Nothing extreme yet. We still do have this tornado warning, which I assume we will get another one extended farther. Pardon me. Still have broad rotation here. Still just broad rotation. We still have this insane system moving through here, moving through Kansas, Nebraska, causing some serious wind damage, possible spin-up tornadoes, but the main tornado concern remains for this general area, and it looks like it may be starting to slow down now as we went from having 5 warnings just to 1. And hopefully, we can continue to see a decrease in the storm strength and hopefully a dissipation of the storms altogether. If you or anyone you know lives in and around the New Holka area, please get underground for at least the next 20 minutes. We see it looks like there's a bit of re-strengthening going on here. This storm will probably regain its tornado warning. You can see there's kind of like a notch there in this little messy supercell that's kind of absorbing the southern one here. We can go back to reflectivity, and that's a much stronger signature than what we just had within the last 10 to 20 minutes. New Holka, please, anybody in or north of New Holka, you need to let them know. Share this, anything that you can, because those people, they may not have access to television. I mean, a lot of people, they flat out dump their cable. And if you're watching Netflix or you're watching Hulu or anything like that, the warnings don't come across your TV screen. And the usual tornado siren is not an effective way to warn people, because while it is loud and it will definitely get your attention, sometimes tornado sirens just don't get activated whenever there's a tornado warning. And that's such an outdated system. Again, we do still see just radar indicated. Let's go to correlation coefficient. Still nothing yet. Still nothing as of yet. So we're going to go back to reflectivity. Again, it's right here in this little kink in the line. Yeah. Right here. Hopefully this storm can continue to weaken. Hopefully we can be done with these. This warning expires in 4 minutes actually, and definitely with this radar signature, I would assume that they would release another warning. At least I would. This is still strong enough to put down really anything even weaker. Now we can look at different tilts here, different elevations. Obviously the lowest level is what matters to us the most. Again, my apologies for eating right now. I'm starving. All right, let me... See, I'm getting a lot of posts about the Yazoo City. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's strengthened hardcore. Whoa. This thing expires in 1 minute. They got to release a new warning on that, like, right now. That is 100% trying to put down another tornado. That is very strong. That's the strongest rotation we've seen since we first started the live stream. 100%. We got to be looking out for that. Let's go to the latest. Yep. Did they issue a new warning? I hope so. It says that they did on Twitter, but tornado warning for league until 10 p.m. Okay. When does this one expire? wait. Oh, 10 p.m. their time. Yeah, new tornado warning that includes Tupelo, Saltillo, we have Belden in here, Sherman, Troy, all of the cities in here. So radar indicated tornado. We don't have it updated on here yet. For some reason, radar scope's being a little slow with us today. Not the time to be doing that. Like I said, it was probably the ingestion of the southern cell that caused that. Here we go. Now we have the expanded tornado warning. Again, just radar indicated, but I have a feeling that may change. If this becomes a stronger signature, I mean, that already looks really convincing to me. We have 10, 13, 10, 12. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty rain wrapped. All of these storms are going to be pretty rain wrapped. Granted, it is 9:15 here. The sun is down. It's dark. You're not going to be able to see. You're not going to be able to see the tornado if it is there. Now, this storm's been kind of hovering around New Holka for a little bit. Hasn't moved too much, but it's definitely recycled, definitely re-strengthened. We definitely do have a new base formed there, right in this range right here. We can go ahead and look back at correlation coefficient. We don't have anything. We're going to go back to velocity. We're going to wait for the next velocity scan. We do have the possibility of tomorrow, which would be May the 3rd. Almost May the 4th. Tomorrow could be pretty significant tornadoes across like eastern Oklahoma, northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, that range. There is pretty substantial support for tornadoes there, and I wouldn't be surprised if they upgrade it from 5% to 10%. If they don't, I will probably be surprised, because the HRRR run, looks like, did they just, did it update? It did not update. Okay. Yeah, we do have all the way to the lower Ohio Valley. We could see storms here. Yeah, so it's moving through northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, toward southern Illinois and western Kentucky. Then the convection may grow upscale late into Monday night into early Tuesday. Spread eastward into the lower Ohio Valley with a continued damage wind and tornado threat. But I think that's more considering day 3. We do have an updated risk. No weakening in this signal whatsoever. Again, still embedded directly in the middle of this rain. Correlation coefficient might be hinting at something there. We may have a tornado on the ground with this storm. No confirmation yet, but that is very, again, we can play through this. Pay attention to right here. I mean, it's nothing major yet, but definitely a chance. Could have a couple of tornadoes on Tuesday. Okay. So we're looking at a strong velocity signal here, heading up near Tupelo. This could impact some very populated areas. We got chasers Sam Espinoza, Paul, Kenneth Meeks. So we do have some chasers out here. Pardon me once again, man. Oh, you can kind of see it here. This shape. Yeah, this storm has fully recycled now. It is ready to drop another tornado. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's trying its best currently to drop a tornado down. But let's go ahead and go back up. Yeah. I mean, somebody just posted exactly what I saw, that this is a kind of a hook shape within the reflectivity. Yep, somebody else highlighted the possible debris. Oh, it's got even stronger now. Oh yeah, this is probably producing a tornado right now. Yep, it did. It did produce a tornado. Tornado on the ground here, just north of New Holka. The National Weather Service hasn't called it, but I'm gonna call it right now. Tornado on the ground in New Holka. This is 100% a tornado on the ground. Let's look at reflectivity, and you can see this little opening right here. That's because you have rain here. This would be kind of where the tornado is. Let's go back to velocity, and you can see it right there. This is very strong winds moving in this direction, very strong winds moving in this direction, and a very tight meeting here, a very tight meeting of these two winds moving the other direction. Another key indicator, which is evident here as well, you can see, is if the rotation is kind of like kind of directly pointing at the radar. So we can see if we split the rotation down the middle, so like this direction right here, and point it right at the radar, we can see that the rotation is right along with the radar. You usually would see that with a tornado signature, to be honest. And we don't even need to know that because we have correlation coefficient, which just got updated again. This thing is 100% a damaging tornado, damage on the ground. We have velocity still revealing a strong couplet here. Let's go ahead and check Twitter, and I'm sure that we'll see some posts. Confirmed damaging tornado now from the Weather Service. They just confirmed it, which means we were correct. This is a confirmed damaging tornado heading towards Tupelo. Tupelo, you have a large population. Tupelo, Mississippi has a population of almost 40,000. Almost 40,000. You are under the gun right now. We'll see they updated a PDS tornado. This is incredibly strong rotation. We can go back here to the correlation coefficient, and that is as classic a debris signature as you are going to see on a strong tornado like this down south. This thing 100% is producing a damaging tornado right here in this little kind of kink in this cell here. Oh yeah, this is producing a strong tornado. This tornado may last for quite some time. To Tupelo, you are very much under the gun right now for this storm. Please take shelter. Yep, radar confirmed tornado. We are gonna go ahead, and the new update just shows incredible velocity. We're gonna make sure the stream is working well. Hello, tornado on the ground here, and make sure the stream is working well. Hello, tornado on the ground here, and all right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the correlation coefficient. This debris is extremely concentrated, and it's getting bigger. We can literally see this tornado spawn and now pick up large amounts of debris. The velocity signature is very strong in this tornado too. Very, very strong. You can see the relative broader rotation is very strong. And the most incredible thing is just where these two meet right here. Very strong, tight twisting and turning in the rotation there. We can go back to the reflectivity. Again, that's not going to tell us very much, but this is northeast. As we got another updated image here. This is much stronger. This thing is becoming much stronger. Let's see if we can get any other reports on the situation here. Again, still a particularly dangerous situation, as we have 117 miles an hour of gate-to-gate shear. This could be a very strong tornado, because we have wind velocities here of around let's see. We have wind velocities here of around negative 81, and we have wind velocities here around 50 or 60. So you add those two together, the gate-to-gate shear, 80 plus 30 plus the 8. Well, that gives you roughly about 100 and oh my gosh, my brain is not functioning today. 81 plus the 38. It's 119 miles an hour of gate-to-gate shear. So that's very strong, very tight rotation. Again, heading straight for Tupelo. Tupelo, please, if you know anybody in the Tupelo area, that's a highly populated area. This is about 30 minutes out from Tupelo. This is very, very serious, very strong tornado. Likely on the ground right now. Not even likely, confirmed on the ground from correlation coefficient. Look at that debris signature. That is classic for a strong southern tornado. Looks like hopefully things are weakening just slightly here. Negative 58 to 15, so slightly weaker, but this can 100% still have a tornado on the ground, and we should treat it as a particularly dangerous situation, because that is what this is. This tornado has caused significant damage down here. So we go back here. Let's go ahead and take a look out here. Still nothing extremely exciting, as we do have some near hurricane force winds in some of these storms, but that's usually wind gusts, not sustained hurricane force winds. Oh my goodness. It's a very strong tornado here. Very strong tornado. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. Let's go ahead and look on Twitter again. See if we have any more updates. Again, we're looking at... considerable debris damage, yeah. Let's see if we can get an update on the correlation coefficient. We still do have debris here. We still have a debris signature. Not quite out of the clear yet. We should 100% continue to treat this as a confirmed tornado. The trajectory that it's on... See, it starts here and is kind of on this trajectory here, so maybe just north of Tupelo, but that's too close to call. This could go directly for Tupelo, especially if the old rotation dies off and pushes north, and then we have a new rotation that forms in, usually from the southern end, and kind of swings around. That is serious. Looks like we do have a bit of weakening now. Just a little bit. Which is a positive thing for everybody in this area. Especially in the Tupelo metro region. Wow. And this year we are very low on tornadoes, actually. All the way through until May 1st, only recording 291 tornadoes. Wow. That's some of the lowest that we've had. Although 2018 was 288 and we ended the year with over 1,000. By this time in 2011, we had 1,000, almost 1,300 tornadoes. Oh my gosh, that's quite the outlier year, is it not? 2018 had a heck of a year. The back half of the year, but man, can you believe 2008 almost had as many tornadoes as 2011? They just all came in May and June, pretty much. All right, let's take a step back to reality here. Correlation coefficient. Looks like the correlation coefficient has died out. We should still treat this as a confirmed tornado, but that is positive news that hopefully the storm will either be cycling or fully dissipating. I'll probably stream for the next 30 minutes, and then I am in college, so I do have a lot left for myself to do, sadly. Wait, what? A tornado observed? Tornado observed. I assume they're calling it observed from the radar confirmation, because there's no way that somebody observed it. Wow. Well, this was well earlier, but this was the same storm. You can see the pronunciation of the wall cloud, and you can even see a lot of scud feeding up into that wall cloud, maybe trying to form sort of a multi-vortex sort of situation there. But yeah, this was hours earlier, though. This was in the daylight. Obviously, we don't have daylight anymore. We're out of daylight. Just got another radar update. Again, this thing's going to be really close to Tupelo. Still a confirmed tornado here, but tough to tell. Tough to tell. We do have a little sort of notch in here. The velocity, that is right on the velocity couplet. Again, it's hard to tell because of where the velocity couplet is, if there is damage or not. This is in Lee counties. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing there to really say 100%, hey, this thing is still on the ground. However, you should treat a strong signature like this as if it is on the ground. It looked like it had weakened right here, especially in this frame, and now it looks like it might be trying to re-strengthen. We see some stronger colors here. And my allergies are kicking my butt. Have we changed? We are still on a PDS. This is going to be incredibly close to Palo. Oh man, this might hit Tupelo if it goes far enough. Let's go ahead and get the latest. Some people are posting tornado emergency, but I don't see. I don't see confirmed tornado emergency. It's still a potentially dangerous situation. Yeah, and it definitely recycled and re-strengthened. You can see it kind of weakened here and now has re-strengthened back. We go back to the correlation coefficient. Again, hard to tell because it's in such an awkward position. But if we look at the reflectivity, we can clearly see kind of that kink in the line. That's where inflow's pulling in here and wrapping around the tornado here. So we are sorry, I'm trying to look on Twitter see if we can get any updates. It is 100% strengthening. This is not very good. Yeah, this is, if this continues to strengthen it like it is, Tupelo, you are about 15 minutes away from this tornado. And this is a confirmed tornado. This is on the ground. Let's go ahead and look at a radar loop of this. Did we just get another update? 10:42. I believe that we did. Yes, we did. Okay, so we did just get another radar update. Again, this is strengthening. Oh, this is gonna... It's going to go through the outer metros of Tupelo. Well... Yeah, you can kind of see the hole right here. This is where the tornado is, right here on this storm. It's got completely rain wrapped, and it's night. You are almost 100% not going to be able to see this tornado whatsoever, and this should be taken, yes, as a particularly dangerous situation. You need to take cover now. Please, you need to take cover now. It's very important to heed. these warnings. Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. This is getting much stronger at the worst time now. It's heading straight towards Tupelo. Yeah, this is continuing to strengthen. I sympathize with what everybody's saying on Twitter, and this is coming very close to Tupelo. Very close. This is going to hit the just outer left edge. I mean, this is going to go right through here, and it has a very strong signature on it. And again, you can see it kind of has like an eye, almost like a hurricane, like the eye of the rotation here. Yeah, there it is. Correlation coefficient. There is still damage. This is producing damage. This I don't believe this tornado ever really lifted. It may have weakened, but huddled in the bathroom as tornado heads in. Okay. Prayers for those who live in Tupelo. Yeah, I agree. Prayers for those who live in Tupelo. This is going to be heading right for there. I mean, even friggin' my radar has radar scope has a TVS, tornado vortex signature. Check the gate to gate shear. So you have 64 there and about minus 40. So you do have over 100 miles an hour gate to gate shear. That's not the strongest this storm has been, but this is very strong here. Man. Yep. Along with this strengthening, we have strengthening of the super res correlation. Oh, there it is. That's it right there. Yep, that is 100% the tornado. This is it right here. You can see just pretty much directly southwest of Tupelo. If you live in this general area, this will miss you to the west and to the north. And it's not going to be by much. If you live there, you are going to be cutting it by the skin of your teeth. This is a very strong tornado. Everything is strengthening here. Let's go ahead and look at the latest updates. Differential reflectivity. I don't know how we see this on differential reflectivity. Oh my god, what? Okay. Oh, super res differential. That still doesn't necessarily help us. Let's go ahead and look at the velocity again. This is still 100% a tornado on the ground. We have gate-to-gate shear, 63, 36, just about 100 miles an hour of gate-to-gate shear. This is it. This is a strong tornado heading directly into Tupelo. Not directly in, but this will be. Yeah, this it's gonna be close to you. If you know anybody who lives in Tupelo, anybody who lives in around Tupelo, please contact them. Get them in their shelters. This is very serious. I mean, we can go back here, look at the correlation coefficient, and this is a significant tornado. This is a large debris ball, extremely large debris ball, and this has shown no signs of slowing down as of yet. Oh man, this could be. It's so close to Tupelo. Yes, this is a particularly dangerous situation. This is a serious tornado warning. This should be taken as high as possible. I mean, this is a populated area. Tupelo has almost 40,000 people for population, about, I think, 38,500. And hopefully we can see this start to weaken. And it weakens right before it hits Tupelo, but with how this has gone the last few radar scans, I don't think that this storm is going to weaken anytime soon. I don't know what these lines are that keep showing up on this stuff. Let's look at the reflectivity here. You can actually see the hook shape perfectly on reflectivity right here. That is 100% textbook. Look at this hook shape right here. You even have a ball shape down here. We have a real tiny thing here, and then this big bulge here. This is a classic hook echo right here. You can't deny that. That is as good as it gets. Oh my gosh. It just got even stronger. If you know anybody in the Tupelo area, they need to be underground right now. Some people do not have access to cable television. They don't hear the tornado sirens. The power could be out. Any multitude of things. Please contact people if you can. This is a very serious tornado. This is the strongest tornado I've personally covered on live stream. Making sure that nothing else is happening around the world or around America specifically. Thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you that are, please share this with anybody that you can. Share this, friends, family, whoever who may be in trouble, or they may know somebody who lives in this area who may not be getting the radar, who may not have access to cable television. I mean, I know a lot of people who they don't even watch cable anymore. They stick to just Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. But this is a serious tornado. This is a serious tornado, and things like tornado sirens are extremely outdated. They're extremely old. They are almost useless, and this is going to come a lot closer to Tupelo than I would have hoped. This is going to come right near town, and I pray that nobody gets hurt from this. We're looking at gate-to-gate shear 62.40, so it's still about 100 miles an hour of shear here. Yes, this is a radar confirmed tornado. Tornado emergency for Tupelo. Oh my goodness. This is as bad as it gets. This is a tornado emergency for Tupelo. Confirmed damage. This is going right over Tupelo. This has drifted just far enough right to pretty much go right into Tupelo. Tornado emergency. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Yeah, large and extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. Here it goes. Still has a debris signature. Still has a strong velocity signature on radar, although more broad than what it was. We can still see the hook shape here, a little bit of an eye right here. This is where the tornado would be, right here. This is extremely strong. I don't know why I have this stupid thing. Let me do this real quick. I don't know why this stuff keeps popping up on here. There we go. Okay, it's no longer there. Again, this is a life-threatening situation. This is moving into Tupelo. It's already there. It's already there. If you aren't in shelter, you need to be in shelter right this very second. You need to be underground. This is as bad as it gets. Heading directly into a highly populated area. This is a strong tornado. If you think you can see it, if you think you can hear it, get underground right now. I promise you, you will not be able to hear it coming. You will not be able to see it. When you hear it, it is already there. When you see it, it's already there. And there it is. Again, right over Tupelo. This is almost sickening a little bit. This is extremely strong, very violent tornado moving in here. You can see and I was saying this almost an hour ago. Tupelo, this storm is cycling over and over. Even though it is way out here in Calhoun City, the chance of this thing still producing a tornado when it gets to you it still exists. And the fact that there still is a chance is enough for you to be ready. Be ready to go underground. If you know anybody who lives in Tupelo, if you know anybody who lives in the general surrounding smaller towns, please tell them to get underground. They may not even know that this is going on. Some people, they don't have cable television. Some people, the sirens could not be working. The sirens could be down because telephone wires are down, or electricity is cut off because of the storm. Or they may just not have a tornado siren in their general area. These people need warnings. They need warnings. And sometimes this is the only way to get warnings to them. Please, this is a tornado emergency for Tupelo. This is a particularly dangerous situation. A strong tornado with confirmed damage on correlation coefficient. One positive thing here. It looks like a lot of the damage has faded on correlation coefficient. We no longer have as strong, but this signature is still extremely strong. This could have a tornado on the ground either any second now or currently. This should be treated as a confirmed tornado because, well, it is going into an extremely populated area. We can check on the reflectivity. You can see right here, this is where the inflow's coming in, outflow's pushing this direction. This is where the tornado is. This right here is where the tornado is. Just the tiniest bit west of Tupelo, right here. My mother is working in Tupelo right now. It's prayers for her. I 100% pray for her. I hope she's okay. I hope she took shelter. I hope that she knew, and if she doesn't know, give her a call. She could live on the west side. She could live on the northeast side or the east side, wherever. Make sure that she's okay. We do have a bit of a broadening of the rotation here, it looks like, which is a good sign. Let's go ahead and take a look at correlation coefficient. Okay, we no longer have a significant debris ball. This could be very good news for Tupelo that hopefully the tornado weakened or maybe even dissipated. Again, frostbite. If your mother is in Tupelo, praying for her because that is very scary. That is very scary. And if you know anybody else or even your mother, please give her a call, shoot her a text, anything. This should be taken as maybe not worst case scenario, but as you are in a life-threatening situation. Just as the Weather Center or the National Weather Service puts it, you are in a life-threatening situation. This is a confirmed tornado. This is a populated area. This is still broad, but extremely strong rotation here. Luckily, oh no, we have damage on the correlation coefficient now. Oh my, yeah. This is a confirmed tornado. This is 100% a tornado on the ground. Gate-to-gate shear values, 67, 50. So this is well over 100 miles an hour of gate-to-gate shear. And we 100% have damage on the correlation coefficient just north of Tupelo. Yes, right here, just north of Tupelo. You can almost kind of see the hook shape of this supercell. Right in here is the tornado. This is worst case scenario. I said that maybe this isn't worst case scenario. This is worst case scenario. This is a large and strong tornado with confirmed debris near Tupelo. It doesn't even have to be directly in the center of Tupelo. This is close enough to Tupelo that if you live there, you know anybody who lives there, please contact them right now. Let them know. They 100% need to be informed. Oh my God. This is very strong. This is 100% a confirmed tornado. We have correlation coefficient almost 1. We have this significant debris ball here. We can look back, see the debris fade, and then see more debris get picked up here as we get into the Tupelo area. Again, if you guys know anybody here, this is a very strong velocity signature, very strong. This tornado is not messing around, and it is pushing now northeast of Tupelo, any of the surrounding smaller towns. Please, if you know anybody there, currently in a center room, office doesn't have a basement. Well, I hope that she's okay. If she's in a center room, in an office building, do as much as you can to be as safe as you can. I'm praying for her and anybody else that lives in the Tupelo region. This is a strong signature with significant debris. This is a very significant debris ball. And the reflectivity has only gotten stronger right as it passed Tupelo. Please, like I said, check up on anybody who you know who may be in this area. Please, some people, they don't have access to cable television. Some people, they don't check the radar normally. They don't pay attention to anything like that. This might be the only way that they can get any form of warning, any form of information. Please let them know this is a serious event. This is going to be pushing off towards north of I don't know if that is Manatee. I assume it's Manatee. South of Marietta, sort of along this highway here. We're going to be pushing off northeast towards that. This is a very, very strong, very violent reflectivity signature here, or velocity signature here. You never want to see anything that strong going through a populated area. And again, this is a tornado emergency for Tupelo. Please, please inform anybody. Stay underground. This is a significant debris ball. This is just about as significant as it gets. It doesn't get much worse unless you have a real significant tornado. But this is a real significant tornado. We have strong gate-to-gate shear. We have a very strong velocity signature, and it has moved through a populated area. And I cannot stress it enough. If you know anybody in the general area of Tupelo, northeast of Tupelo, north of Manatee, south of Marietta, it seems like there may not be many people who live out here, but they need to know this, and they may not have a way of getting this information. Oh, man. This is an incredibly strong velocity signature for this tornado. This is incredibly strong. We can see here on the correlation coefficient. For anybody who doesn't know, the correlation coefficient, basically what it is it's a radar that can see if objects are reflecting in a symmetrical fashion. So basically, when something is upright and it reflects back as upright twice, then you get sort of a normal correlation coefficient. But when items are moving, when items are constantly changing, like debris picked up in a tornado, that gets recognized as this right here. And you can see a large debris ball, very large center of debris as it passed through Tupelo. Still a very strong velocity signature here, although it seems to be broadening, which we would hope that would cause the storm to maybe weaken. We can look at reflectivity here, and this storm, you're not going to be able to see it because not only is it rain wrapped, but this storm, it's in the middle of the night, going through a populated area. This should be considered as worst case scenario. Looks like, hopefully, it looks like we can hope and pray that this storm seems to be weakening. I pray that anybody who was in Tupelo was in a safe area. thank goodness the National Weather Service put a tornado emergency out for them, because this was extremely serious. I mean, when I first started streaming back when this storm was all the way in Calhoun City, I was saying, like, to Palo, you gotta be ready because this is coming. And if you know anybody in Tupelo, it's not near you yet, but it's coming, and there is a good chance that a tornado could be on the ground. And currently there is a tornado on the ground. Luckily, it has passed Tupelo now. Now we're sort of northeast of Tupelo, heading off again north of Manatee, south of Marietta. This storm still has a debris ball on it. Still has a very large, significant debris ball with significant velocity signature that looks to be hopefully weakening. Although this storm has cycled many times, it's produced at least, I think, 3 confirmed tornadoes from this one supercell. So don't be surprised if this thing maybe weakens, maybe cycles a little bit, and does end up producing another tornado. So please, if you know anybody in this area, let them know. This might be the only way that they can gather information. I hope all of you guys are enjoying and appreciating the coverage that I'm trying to offer here. I'm a college student, and I live in Ohio, obvious by the Rob's Ohio weather, and I have a passion for weather. I was going to go to college for it, but ended up switching my major to finance. But this is something that I try to do, and I hope you guys appreciate and hope to gain a little bit of your own knowledge from these videos. That's what or live streams. That's what I try to provide, a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of what I know, and hopefully something that you guys can relay to your friends, your family, really anybody out there. So please, let anybody know. Anybody that you may know, please let them know. This is a significant situation, and I'm going to cover it until we hopefully have a dissipated tornado and things look to be calming down for the rest of the night. So I'm going to be on for at least the next 20 or 30 minutes covering this specific storm and any other storms. If any other storms do look like they're going to produce, which things seem to be relatively quiet now. This looks like it's the only storm going off. We still do have that tornado emergency because we still have a significant debris ball right here. This storm is not giving up on this tornado. By the looks of it, I'm in the path of it around state lines. Is the system dissipating, or is it going to continue on and off? If you are around state lines, so let's say you're over here, maybe near the Belmont area, Tishomingo. I'm sorry if I'm completely butchering these names. I'm trying my best. This storm has a tendency to cycle. It has a tendency to produce a tornado, dissipate, produce a tornado, dissipate. And right now we are still looking at a tornado on the ground. So to answer your question, it looks like right now it might be very slightly dissipating, but we do still have damage. There still is a tornado on the ground. I'm gonna continue covering this though, as long as we do still have a tornado on the ground, as long as there still is that potential. I'm gonna stay on the storm, and I'm gonna keep you guys informed as much as I can. Again, this storm is now heading towards the Belmont Golden area. Let's see if we can get a more predictable path. Yeah, it looks like just north of Belmont, just south of the Tishomingo. This storm still has debris on it, so there still is a tornado on the ground. Again, this is a tornado emergency because this is a large damaging tornado going through populated areas. I pray that nobody got injured in Tupelo. We're going to take a look at Twitter real quick and see if anybody is reporting damage. Obviously, there was damage because we could see it on the radar, but we're going to... Thanks, man, for the feedback. Way better than a grainy radar image with no description. Well, yeah, trust me, if you have any questions about anything, I'll let you know my 2 cents on it. I've been following this type of stuff since I was a kid, and we still do have that damage. So this still is a tornado on the ground, just northeast of Tupelo, directly west of Manatee. Looks like about 7 miles directly west of Manatee. This is still on the ground, and it may stay on the ground for a long time. This tornado has been on the ground for the better part of the last half hour, almost 45 minutes now. And again, this is a PDS tornado warning, a particularly dangerous situation. And sorry if I ramble on and I talk a lot. I'm trying to relay a lot of information and a lot of what I know in a quick and effective manner. And hopefully you guys are able to inform anybody who you know who may be in this area. And if you have your own questions, just like frostbite, please feel free to ask them in the chat. I'll answer anything that I personally know. Check any areas out that you may be concerned about, maybe your hometown, somewhere near you where somebody may live. Again, frostbite, praying that your mother ends up being okay, because that is seriously scary. If she was in a central room at her office, I pray that she's okay, that she was taking shelter. It's good news that she was taking shelter. We still have the damage going, so this still is a confirmed tornado heading towards again just north of Belmont. Storm is gonna end up being just north of Manatee, probably north of Manatee by about 3, maybe 4 miles north of Manatee is where this tornado is going to pass, and this is a confirmed tornado still currently. So again, if you have anybody who you know who may be in the general area, sort of near the Belmont, Tishomingo, Marietta, in this general area here, please contact them, let them know. This may be their only way to get information. They may not have cable internet. They just may not be up to date on really anything. And if you could give them a call and let them know, please do. Please let them know, because this is, again, a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Again, the fire department confirmed tornado, but we don't necessarily need the fire department because, well, we can also look at the language here of, mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. That is about as tough as it gets from the National Weather Service. And again, another radar update. We still have a debris signature on this storm. Again, correlation coefficient, for anybody who's new here, is very valuable for us to see debris in a storm. We're basically correlation coefficient, which is the radar we are on currently. We can see if objects are moving or changing direction or shape, which as would be happening in the situation of a tornado, and we get little signatures like this. We can actually go back a few frames and see that as the tornado just passed through Tupelo, there was a significant amount of damage. Hopefully that is just trees, maybe parts of homes, but usually significant damage like this would come from the tornado directly passing Tupelo and probably picking up a significant amount of damage as it passed through Tupelo and damaged homes and businesses. And again, we do still have a confirmed damaging tornado here. It looks like, one thing I will say is the velocity signature is becoming much more broad. It's no longer a tight little circle like this. Now we have this broad area of rotation, and this is hard to produce tornadoes whenever the rotation is so wide and so like oval shaped, because tornadoes, they just aren't that shape. They have to be circular. We'll go ahead and take a look at the reflectivity here, kind of cycle through everything. Okay, 11, 19, 11, 17. So at 11, 17, we're kind of in this general region here. So let's go ahead and take a look. In this general region, you are not going to be able to see this tornado. You're not really going to be able to hear it. We do have an update here. Just winds at 60 mile an hour. Trees and road signs down. The trees and road signs down is probably from the outer edges of the tornado here, which again, we do have a debris signature still hanging on to this debris signature here. Again, this is heading towards just a couple miles north of Manatee, towards the Belmont area. And although the storm looks to be weakening, which I will say it looks to be slightly weakening right now, there is still damage on the ground. And also, this storm has produced at least 3 other tornadoes. And each time it has produced a tornado, it has recycled, and the tornado has dissipated, and it has produced another tornado, which then became a confirmed tornado as well. Now again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Considerable damage to homes and businesses and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. That is how strong this tornado is. Hopefully, this is fully dissipated. Hopefully, we can see the next few rounds of the correlation coefficient. There we go. We no longer have confirmed damage. There could still be a tornado on the ground, but we no longer have confirmed damage now. If we check velocity, looks like things are kind of bowing out in this sort of direction. Maybe you could still have a tornado in this area, but this is a very good sign that the storm is weakening and kind of becoming maybe more outflow dominant. Now, again, this storm could easily cycle. This part could easily kind of separate off, and then this central rotation could become more focused again and produce another tornado. Anything in that regard. Again, a particularly dangerous situation. It looks like things are slowly sort of dissipating now, slowly sort of calming down. But again, you 100% could still have a tornado right here in this region. Let's go ahead and pull up the correlation coefficient with this circle here. Okay, nothing on the correlation coefficient that is indicative of a tornado. But if you know anybody in the path of this storm, please just let them know. Let them know, like, hey, turn on your TV, get on YouTube, whatever. I mean, there are hundreds of people like me, I'm sure, that are live streaming currently and keeping you guys updated. But if you have any questions, please pop them down in the comments. I will feel free to answer them to the best of my ability. If you have questions about how velocity works, questions about what's going on in this correlation coefficient, if anything doesn't make sense to you, even if you want me to check up on your hometown or somebody else's hometown that you know of, shoot it in the comments, and I will 100% answer your question. We do still have this PDS warning, though. Again, heading towards a couple miles north of Mantici, heading towards the Belmont Golden region. Let's go ahead and pull up velocity again, and hopefully we can get an updated picture. Moving northeast, wedge tornado. We did have a wedge tornado. Yes, it was moving northeast. It did pass directly through Tupelo, but Tupelo is safe now. Is safe now. Let's go ahead and pull up this real quick here. Yes. So, I mean, maybe right there. So we do have a little bit of something right here. Now, let's go ahead and check out the velocity. That's really close to the velocity. This may be producing another tornado. We're going to go ahead and hold off on that for 1 second. But we're going to go ahead and update the title to just the PDS tornado warning, just so everybody is aware. There's no longer a tornado emergency. Tornado emergencies are only for they're only for populated areas. If we expect the possibility of widespread damage and casualties, so we'll keep an eye on this correlation coefficient. Like I said, this is pretty close to right where this rotation is. Yeah, this is right where this rotation is. So this could be producing another tornado. But again, this is a good sign. This is what you want to see on the radar. Things are becoming more broad, more unorganized. This could end up dissipating, and we want it to dissipate ultimately. But right now, this should still be treated as a tornado heading towards Belmont, about 4 or 5 miles north of Mantici, still about 9 to 10 miles south of Marietta. This is heading towards Belmont, okay? Heading towards Belmont, almost directly. You're about 20 miles, so roughly half an hour to 40 minutes away. Whoa. I do not know what just happened. Give me 1 second to fix the radar. I don't know why this keeps happening. There we go. We got it fixed. We are back. My apologies. I believe, yeah, they are sticking with a particularly dangerous situation. And again, this will be completely rain wrapped. There will be no possible way for you to see this coming when it's on its way. I'm sure that we did have significant damage in Tupelo, and it looks like we have a tornado on the ground once again. This 100% matches up with velocity. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Going to Marietta, going into Slaughter, moving around 50. Yes, we do have another confirmed tornado. This is a confirmed tornado right here on correlation coefficient. This is where it is, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Just about 5 miles northwest of Mantici. Let me fix this real quick. Press Alt Z. Let me just turn this thing completely off real quick. There we go. Okay. Again, my apologies. I don't know why that is happening. But anyways, we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground once again. This is, again, a significant debris ball. significant debris ball. Well, if you live in Pennsylvania, then not going to see severe weather for quite a long time, which is good. I live in Ohio. Don't see too much severe weather, but I have quite a bit of passion for severe weather. And I wish that I would have the opportunity to go out and chase some of these events. But, frostbite. By the looks of it, I'm in the path around the state line. If depending on where you live around the state line, if you live around this Belmont area, there is another confirmed tornado. We have debris right here, so the National Weather Service, we still have the particularly dangerous situation. And if you know anybody who lives down here, south of Marietta, just to the west of Belmont, or even in Belmont, because as we've seen, these storms can kind of wander a little off of their projected course. This is a confirmed tornado. This is what a tornado on the ground looks like right here. This is, for anybody who doesn't know, this is correlation coefficient. We can see damage lifted up in the air on correlation coefficient. This is debris being lifted up into the air right here. This is a tornado. So 100% we have a tornado on the ground, in spite of the fact that this storm is trying to weaken. We have a tornado on the ground, and this is directly embedded in the rain. Let's go ahead and go back here to the correlation coefficient. We'll circle it, go back here to your reflectivity. Yeah, you can see this is directly embedded in the rain, maybe just a little bit farther forward, kind of in this general region right here, but you're not going to be able to see this tornado even from lightning or anything else like that. This tornado, although it looks like we do have some fading of the correlation coefficient. If you or any family members live in Mississippi, please let them know, even if they are a couple miles away from this. Just allow them to be aware of the situation going on, because some people are not aware, and this is going to be pushing into northwestern Alabama pretty soon. Hopefully this will weaken and we can be over with this whole saga. I'm going to keep streaming as long as this has the potential to drop tornadoes. I'm here to answer any of your questions, any of your concerns. Feel free to leave a comment, or even like the stream. It helps push the stream out to more people, so more people get this information. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for heeding the warnings that we're offering here. Correlation coefficient, again, we do still have just that weak kind of the leftovers. Hopefully that this means that there is dissipation and that this tornado will dissipate and be gone, and again, this whole saga can be over and we can be done with this. We're just waiting on another update for both the correlation coefficient and the velocity, so we can see if this thing is going to continue or if it's going to hopefully weaken. Which hopefully it will continue to weaken. It has weakened significantly since passing through Tupelo and heading off to the east. And again, this is completely embedded in the rain. You're not going to be able to see this whatsoever. I think the correlation coefficient is our best bet for 100% confirming a tornado. So we are going to go ahead and leave this here and hope that we can get an update. We've lost the PDS warning. Now we just have a radar indicated source of rotation here. which hopefully will start to die out as we get more updates. Thank you, everybody who has stopped in here. I appreciate all of you stopping in and checking out the channel. Hopefully, you were able to gain some knowledge that you didn't know beforehand, or you were able to alert some of your friends, family, anybody that you know who may live in this general area. Again, I will say it again. This storm is about 7 miles south of Marietta. This storm is probably 17 miles, about a half hour out from being just to the north of Belmont. This track right here is pretty much where this tornado is going to go. And again, this is a confirmed tornado. This thing just had damage on it not too long ago. The damage has faded. The damage has completely faded. We no longer see a crisp ball here. Go back to the reflectivity. Yeah, reflectivity doesn't seem to give us much of anything. This is good, though. This is good. This looks to be kind of dissipating, kind of just outflowing and losing some of its potential energy, which is very good for anybody who lives in this general region. Let's go ahead, check the Twitter, see if we can get any updates on damage that may have happened. Extreme residential damage around the Elvis Presley Museum area. Numerous trees and power lines down, roofs ripped off of buildings. Wow. Roof torn off of an apartment building. Let's go ahead and keep looking, see if we can get any more information. That was a strong tornado that went through Tupelo. That was a strong tornado. Yeah. It looks like Tupelo did take a pretty direct hit. I mean, the size of that debris ball after it passed the city suggests that it hit the city, and the damage, the debris in that debris ball was from Tupelo. They have extended the warning here for Toshamingo. Much weaker, though. We have nothing on the correlation coefficient. Velocity doesn't show anything too strong, and looks like we may finally be able to wrap up the day here as this storm is weakening. Again, if you guys like the coverage, please feel free to like the stream and even subscribe to the channel. If you want to be notified whenever I go live in the future and whenever I'm covering severe weather events that could be in your area or a friend or a family, any number of things, please and thank you so much. We're gonna stay with you though for at least the next 10 minutes. Tupelo law enforcement confirms tornado has done damage to the city. We are looking at like 100 people posted the same Tornado warning. Did we get an updated warning? Okay. Did they add the PDS back on it? Wait a minute. Until 11:15. This one says... Wait, this one expires in 4 minutes. This one expires in 34. Oh, so they put the PDS back on it. I think that this is probably dissipated. Yeah, this has turned more into like an outflow sort of boundary here. It could always recycle, and we're gonna follow this for a little bit longer, but I think that things have weakened. Oh yeah, we could always go onto Snapchat and take a look at Snapchat's on the snap map here. If I could get to it. Let's go ahead and go down to Mississippi, near Tupelo. Okay, nothing from there. Alright, nothing on the public Snapchat that I can see. Let's head back to velocity. Yeah, I have a feeling this this PDS will get changed back to just sort of like this one, radar indicated rotation, because I don't think they have a reason. Yeah, there's nothing here to suggest. Huh. Yep, looks like we are sort of more in like an outflow type of boundary. Hope that nobody was injured. This is an unfortunate depiction. Huh. We're gonna keep looking for updates here. Tornado footage from downtown Tupelo on the traffic cam. m.traffic.com. This is from somebody else's stream, so I don't know if I necessarily want to take that. But you could definitely see the winds changing direction there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and look at it because I think it's fair enough for me to show. So here we go. I hope that there are not any curse words.
Look at this camera.
We can see the winds kind
right
of pushing a little bit to the right here.
Right in the tornado, right here.
On the traffic
This camera's
cam.
right in the tornado. Look at it.
And then it ends up flipping, and now the wind's coming directly
Look at the winds,
at
chat.
us. Now it's kind of going a little to the left. Yep, that was a tornado.
Holy crap.
Live on the camera there. That's pretty incredible. Tree separated. Yeah, this is the. Well, no, it's not the 10th. But yeah, a large tornado has been confirmed. Although I don't think it will be confirmed anymore. Weak tornado on the. Yeah, no. No, well, you shouldn't be calm AF. I mean, like, it's still pretty serious. But, yeah, to my knowledge, it looks like we're kind of in the clear right now on this storm. Hopefully, sorry if I've missed any questions, which I have not. And we peaked out at 12 people today. That's awesome. Yeah, looks like the storm completely in general is kind of losing its steam a little bit. Yeah, looks like it's weakening pretty significantly. So still have to keep an eye on it, but that is weakened pretty significantly. Large and destructive touchdown, Mississippi. Okay, I'm just getting the same thing. Debris ball was 1.5 miles across. Yeah, that's right after. Shout out to Span for tweeting about severe weather outside of his coverage area. Weather Channel. We're gonna have to deal with. Why wouldn't they stream the event? That's somebody tell me the purpose of the Weather Channel. Tornado ripped through Tupelo, and they are showing ice truckers in Canada. Yeah, that's a little concerning because that was a very serious tornado, and some people, they may think like, oh, tornado, let me check the Weather Channel. Oh, if the Weather Channel's not covering it, then you know, why does it matter? But it does matter. Yeah. Reports of major damage. To back the point, I want you guys to look at the tornado percentage map. Tupelo and Calhoun City were in the 2% range. Yeah, normally nothing to it. That's probably at least an EF3 tornado. I mean, it had to be at least an EF3. Alright, for anybody living along the edge, near Golden, we still have a chance here, like right here. There's still the possibility that this could drop another tornado, and nothing is confirmed, even though this does say damaging confirmed tornado. That original rotation was up here. You can see this has faded out. It's almost nothing now. If we look here, this is the new cycle of rotation. This storm has done nothing but cycle today. This thing has produced 3, maybe 4 tornadoes, maybe even more than that prior to me even checking this storm out. This storm already had a confirmed tornado when I checked on it. We're at the point now, hopefully for our sake, for everybody's sake, this thing can be done. We can get this over with. Please, please. We don't want any more people getting hurt. Because I can imagine Calhoun City, damage to the gas station. Absolute disgrace. The Weather Channel did not break news when the tornado emergency was issued for Tupelo. Reconnected. Are we back? I think we're back. Alright. I'm truly disappointed there was not 1 minute of Weather Channel coverage of the tornado that ripped through Tupelo. Yeah, I don't understand what quite happened with that. That's a complete failure on their end. I hope everybody got shelter. That CNN has more coverage of the Tupelo tornado than the Weather Channel. Highway through hell. Yeah, I mean, damage has been reported. Emergency crews are currently assessing the degree. Please do not get out and drive. Yeah, I mean, you should not. Video of I-22 before the camera went off. Man, that might be the tornado right there. Hoping it's not too bad. But, yeah. Yeah, that's a strong debris signature. You guys want a bad weather take? Just look at the Weather Channel. There you go. At Weather Channel. No wonder why you guys have lost credibility over the years. Damage has been reported. We'll update as soon as you know. Well, tree damage is not that big of a deal, so we're not going to look at tree damage. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, for Eerie News Now to be reporting on a destructive tornado in Tupelo and not the Weather Channel, that's pretty bad. And all the other meteorologists, it's up to you to demand better from your employer. What happened tonight with the lack of coverage of the Tupelo emergency? Any confirmed structural damage just got back. Well, let's go ahead and look at the current situation. I haven't checked it for a minute. So, still weak. Again, they still say radar confirmed tornado, but this, there's nothing confirmed about this. So in terms of Tupelo, yes, there was damage in Tupelo. I'm trying to see if I can get anything on it, but this was one of the highway cams that supposedly got hit. I mean, you can see it's hard to tell because it's so fuzzy, but this looks like a large wedge tornado. And the debris here in this picture, The debris signature like this usually is pretty indicative that that it did hit like a residential type of area or like businesses, anything like that, like a more populated area. It's kind of odd that that the Weather Channel like didn't cover it. I don't know why the Weather Channel. See, this is why I was streaming, and I said, please, people may not have any way to inform their families or anything. The reason I say that is because literally the Weather Channel wasn't even covering this. Yeah, the Weather Channel is truly an embarrassment. Not even a significant tornado hitting the 6th largest city in Mississippi is enough for the Weather Channel to break. Yeah, the Weather Channel, they had a show on and they left that show on. And they didn't even cover this tornado whatsoever. Which is why I like to do it. Because, I mean, it was a significant tornado. This was a significant event. And I assume that we're going to see some significant damage. This is just tree damage, but damage nonetheless. Yeah. See, that's just the Weather Channel tornado emergency. Yeah, they instead aired Highway to Hell, which is the thing about like people in Canada or something. Oh yeah. Here's the MDOT cam though, showing the winds pushing through. Why are you out driving, man? Let's see. Oh yeah, it gets really intense here. You should not be out in this. This is stupid, man. Stupid. Don't go out. Okay, yeah, that's not the real. But yeah, frostbite. There is damage in Tupelo. It sucks to say it, but it's the truth. And this thing is still trying to do something. I mean, not very good, but it's it's trying its best. Yeah, nothing too crazy there, but it's crazy because this was only a 2% tornado risk today, and we ended up having a dangerous, life-threatening situation. A tornado emergency, nonetheless. You rarely ever see those. Well, this is good news. I don't know where they're getting this from. The damage photos indicate extensive damage, but it looks survivable with standard measures. I don't know how true that is, but trees on houses, cars, no reports of injuries. So we have damage, but hopefully not too bad. But again, this is why I stream. You see all these people talking about the Weather Channel. I mean, so even if you do have access to cable internet, what, the Weather Channel is going to stream some show that you don't care about? You want to know, hey, am I safe to be in my own house? That's just disappointing to me personally. They could have done a much better job with that. I'm gonna retweet it because you should. They should have covered it. I mean, what do people think whenever they think about, oh, a tornado? Oh, you think, hey, the Weather Channel, right? I mean, what does the Weather Channel cover? The weather. That is literally their whole point, and they didn't even cover this. Yeah, I mean, they didn't even have a partial break. They just... Here's a very rough idea of... Alright, here you go, Frostbite. This is a rough idea of where the tornado probably traveled, right through here. Yeah, we don't quite know the size of it yet, but so far the damage does not look extreme, which is positive. Very positive. A lot of people are just copying and pasting this type of stuff. So, crews removing a tree down. This is extremely pixelated. Oh, it's not that bad. Okay. Again, damage, but not significant damage like you would expect. When you see a debris signature that strong, you usually expect significant damage. Now we see trees ripped up, a little bit of house damage here, but so far the damage does not look bad. That's a really good sign. I don't know why this is showing a TVS back here. It's not a TVS. Yep, just radar indicated now near Belmont. Nothing crazy happening here. Looks like this storm's just kind of died. Little outflow dominant now. And like I said, it can still try, but it looks like it's probably going to be fully passing away. I hope, because we don't want more people getting injured or getting affected by any more of these. We're done. No more particularly dangerous situation as well. This is just a normal tornado warning, and we are trying to find pictures of damage, but it is tough to find significant damage here. I mean, yeah, we have some damage, trees down, but that's hearing a lot of flak. This comes to no surprise. Yeah, the National Weather Service not covering the Tupelo tornado. It's just, I don't know. I figure I'll probably wrap up the stream here pretty soon. If there's any questions that you guys have, just any comments you want to make, go ahead and say something in the chat here. This is your opportunity. I'm here to answer any and everything that you guys have to ask about where storms are, how a storm may affect you, how it may affect somebody who you know, anything like that. Go ahead and shoot that in there. And please, if you enjoyed and want severe weather updates in the future, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Whatever you can do to try to stay updated on your severe weather. I will obviously answer any questions. I will be here as long as there is the opportunity for us to have some more tornadoes. But for now, it looks like this storm will hopefully give up. and we won't have to worry about it anymore. But it's been a long ride. We tracked that storm with confirmed. Man, this storm. Dang, I got on it before it was even Calhoun. Before I even started the stream, I was watching the storms. There were about 4 tornado warnings all through down here, and I knew that this one was the strongest. And when it got near Calhoun City and was pushing up to New Holka, I knew that that Tupelo was going to be directly in the path, and I was saying, like, hey, look, if you know anybody in Tupelo, let them know. And that's what I try to do. I try to get on stuff before the weather service does, and I also try to cover things because not everybody has access to cable, and then sometimes cable won't even cover it, like the Weather Channel. So very frustrating. But okay, so a wooden sign down on a fence. Is that a middle school? Yeah, I mean, I get this, that there's local meteorologists and stuff, but the Weather Channel is, it's a tornado emergency. I mean, good Lord. What more reason do you need to take 5 minutes from your scheduled program just to say something? Yeah, if you see any pictures of a tornado and it says it's the Tupelo tornado, the tornado was at night. I mean, it just occurred within the last hour. So please take everything with a grain of salt. Yazoo City got slammed with a terrible, terrible tornado earlier this morning. Let's go ahead and see what we can find for the latest for Yazoo City. Dang, oh my god, yeah, they got really close. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Yazoo City. Oh man. Yeah, 2010 versus 2021 radar. I mean, yeah, it's not as strong, but it's still. I mean, look at this here. This is a strong tornado. Multiple vortex moving through the field. Does it? Oh yeah, it's a strong tornado there. Large destructive tornado. Yeah, we're surveying the damage here now. Big wedge passed through Yazoo City. I mean, the TVS, the vortex signature for velocity, honestly looked equally as strong, if not stronger, for the one in Tupelo. So it's really surprising that Tupelo has reported such low amounts of damage so far in the last hour. Considering we can see here, this was a strong tornado in Yazoo City, and obviously the velocity is not always, the whole story. You only get partial story, but still, I mean, fire department rescue, damaging tornado. Oh man, this had like an eye on it. That's crazy. Some sort of church camp building, like a pavilion it looks like, got destroyed. Man, yeah, and Yazoo City happened hours ago, and we still don't have major reports of damage. So I think that let's keep scrolling here, see what we can see. I mean, some trees snapped and a thing broken, but that's again not exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting to see more damage than that. But hey, that it's positive. It's positive that there is no damage or limited damage here. So we're gonna see this tornado warning expires in 4 minutes. Will we finally be free of the tornadoes for the day? And then it's gonna ramp back up again tomorrow. As tomorrow we can pop back over here and honestly, we could see this tornado threat could increase a little bit for tomorrow. We're gonna go to day 3. We can see kind of a widespread again targeting the south. You got Mississippi, Alabama. The last couple of years, I mean, if you take the last decade from 2011 to now, Dixie Alley has just been a magnet for damaging wedge tornadoes. I mean, you have like the Moore tornado and some other EF4 tornadoes and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, the deep south has just been, oh man, it's been a magnet. I feel bad because Yazoo City got smacked in, I think, 2010 by a strong one. There's 2 areas of rotation there. Alright. If we lose the tornado warning on this storm, then I will be signing off for you guys. We have 2 minutes left. It looks like we will lose the tornado warning. This looks just to be like an outflow boundary here as the storm starts to outflow out. It's going to push out all of its energy, just rain, wind, stuff like that. Anybody who came along and watched, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming along and watching. Please, if you want more severe weather and specifically tornado coverage, because it's kind of boring just to watch severe thunderstorms, so I mainly cover just tornadoes when there's sort of like a tornado outbreak or a couple strong tornadoes, whatever it may be. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, whatever it is, just so you're notified in the future. We're gonna stay on for a little bit longer, but we're looking for damage here, and we're just not finding it. Anyone have a current tornado count? Yeah, there's been at least 6, and that was 3 hours ago, and then we had 3 more, or at least, let's see. In total, I viewed 3, but there was more than just 3. Yeah, I mean, for a tornado emergency, they should at least cover it for a little bit. Man, this footage as well is insane of the tornado. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this, and I hope that I'm not about to get copyrighted for this, but I mean, this is not my footage whatsoever. This is somebody else's, and I don't even make money off of YouTube, but look at this tornado just chewing up the trees here. Oh my goodness. And the drone is in the damage field. Whoa. Yeah. He lost the drone. Man, that's incredible. Man, that's crazy. This dude's going viral with his drone video. Yeah, 2,000 retweets. Alright, well, we have expired the tornado warning. We're going to take one last look here. Reflectivity, velocity. Not much is going on. Everybody stay weather aware. But I am going to be heading out for the night. It's midnight here in Ohio, and this week is finals week for me. So I can't really spare the sleep, to be honest with you. So I'm going to get to bed. We are going to not for broadcast. Well, also, did you check the visible central funnel? We'll go ahead and take a look. Well, what does he mean? Like this right here? Like what? Again, I don't make any money off of YouTube. This is not monetized whatsoever. So please, I'm sorry that I showed part of the video on there. It had no sound or anything. And I had my commentary over it. So technically that is okay under the guides of fair use. And I give full credit to the full video here, which is Yazoo City. We're going to go ahead and pull it up right here. And I'm not going to play it. But here it is. If you want to check it out, this is it right here. Close range drone on Live Storms Media. Incredible footage, but I'm not going to show it anymore. Yeah. What is the hat? I'm pretty sure that that's just a color difference. Everybody's nitpicking every second of this video. Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and head out. Thank everybody for watching. The tornadoes for today look to be just about done, but everybody stay weather aware. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for severe weather too. We have this slight risk, which I think will be upgraded to enhanced, probably around the northern Arkansas, southern Missouri region, because I think that we could probably be more in a 10% rather than a 5% for tornadoes. That's my opinion, though. Obviously, the SPC, it's their job to change it, though, if something changed. But, what was the name of the video? The name of the video, let's go ahead and go back here. It's on Live Storms Media. So if you head over to YouTube, go to Live Storms Media, and it'll be pretty clear, obviously, which one it is right here. This very close one. So yeah, go ahead and head on over. Obviously, none of these videos are mine. So I did not mean to show it on stream. I didn't realize it didn't have the little watermark in the bottom here. So yeah, but yeah, of course. So go over and check. Go on over and check it out. But anybody who tuned in and anybody who is currently watching, thank you so much for joining me today. This is my first ever live stream that got more than one viewer. So, it's pretty nice. We did get up to 12 people at one point, right as the storm was entering Tupelo. And it looks like the damage is pretty limited. It did do damage, but not as bad as what I would have expected. Seems like the severe weather and specifically the tornadoes are going to be relatively out of the picture for the rest of the night. There is still a slight, very, very, very slight chance for this storm in this kind of general area. You got to always be careful. However, I think we're in the clear as it goes into nighttime and the atmosphere starts to stabilize and everything calms down. Again, thank you so much, everybody who watched. I really appreciate it. And if you could give the channel a like, subscribe, just get the notification bell so you know anytime I'm live streaming. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, which is the exact same thing. It's Rob's Ohio Weather. I have to update this actually because I'm not 18 years old. And I will occasionally tag stuff, and repost stuff, and I will also post when I am live streaming, so that way you guys can stay weather aware, stay up to date. Thank you everybody so much for watching. The tornadoes are done for now, but keep an eye out as you should. Thank you so much, and I hope everybody stays safe out there. Thank you so much. Peace out.